What's up, guys? It's Landon. I haven't posted a video in a year, and yes, I know that is the same thing that I say in the beginning of every video. I'm gonna just take a sip of water because this is like the 6th time I've tried to make this video. But I want to talk about some of the updates that I've had since my last video. So I talked about life coaching, training, overall just being so excited for the future. And it's almost a year later, and I'm here to tell you what's changed. And I also want to talk about one of the biggest parts of this video, and I want to talk about loss. So I want to be able to finish this video in less than 10 minutes because I know that most people don't watch past that. So I want to keep it moving, but also create an impact for you guys. So what have I done? So I joined that life coaching program. I switched trainers, and my depression is in the best place it's seriously ever been in my life, even better than it was in the last video. So in the last video, I was training consistently. I was in great shape. I was working with a trainer, tracking my macronutrients, my proteins, carbs, fats, working out consistently, but I absolutely hated working out. And I absolutely hated tracking my food, and I still was hating my body. So like I was back in that eating disorder mindset. But it was better than it was previously. It wasn't working. It wasn't working long term. It was working short term. And I was like, fuck. Then I started gaining weight back once I stopped that training. Then I went back and I made a friend, and that friend knew somebody who owned a strongman gym. And that strongman gym has overall changed my life in so many aspects. Socially, my mindset, my body, just every aspect of my life has changed because of that gym. I wake up excited to go to the gym in the morning. I don't feel like I have to run 10 miles in order to feel like I'm losing weight. I'm not there to lose weight. I'm there to feel good about myself. I'm not there to hate my body and wanting it to change. I'm there to feel stronger and better in my own skin. I'm there to feel more comfortable in my own mind. And it's definitely working. My body is changing because my mindset is changing, just because of this gym. I noticed for the first time in my life that I need somebody holding me accountable when I'm in the gym. I'm not somebody that I can do it on my own, and that's okay. I'm going into a field where I'm going to be helping people with those blocks because I see the value in that as well, because I need somebody like that too. So it works on both sides, actually. So that is awesome. What do I do in the gym is I flip tires, I do deadlifts, I carry 100-pound sandbags, push things, pick things up and put them down. I do log presses, just all that cool stuff, lifting kegs over bars. Like it's fun. It sounds miserable, but it's so much fun. I promise you, it's so much fun. Yeah, and if you guys want a video, maybe I'll talk about it. Maybe I'll record a video so you can see the environment of the gym and also what I do in the gym. But also the life coaching program. So I joined a life coaching program, and how I figured that out was I basically typed into Google, what is life coaching? What is a life coaching program? I did my research for myself just like I did with my transition. Led me to YouTube to a guy, Stefan, and the title of his channel is Project Life Mastery. When I first watched his video, I thought this guy is on a level of, he's not in the same world as I am. And he definitely was, but now I feel like we share a similar mindset. When I first started watching him, I was like, there's no fucking way that you could do this for a living. There's no way that you create the life that you live. There are things that stop you from getting where you want to be. And yes, that's of course true, but mainly it's your mindset that's holding you back. And he made this video about what makes a life coaching certification valuable. And he talked about there's so many different life coaching certifications. You could go away for a weekend in Los Angeles and come back with a certification and saying you're a life coach. But is it verified by the ICF? So the ICF is the International Coaching Federation, and they basically have major guidelines for a coach to run by and makes you kind of verified as a life coach. Anyone could say they're a coach, but this just made me feel like I've had the proper training to charge someone for my service. I've had this training, this is legit, here you go. I want them to feel that they're getting value for what they're paying for. So I wanted to invest in a good program. So I looked up a Huffington Post article that talked about the 3 best life coaching programs. 2 of them were online, and the third one wasn't. And that's the one I'm in. So I noticed that I'm someone who has a hard time paying attention. to certain things. When it comes to in-depth conversation, once I get started, it's like you can't break my concentration. But anyway, see, look, I just got distracted. The name of the program is IPEC, the International Professional Excellence in Coaching, and it's half in person, half online. If it was all online, I felt like I wouldn't do it. I would procrastinate, I would get in my own head. So every 3 months, I went to an in-person module. I went in March, June, and September. And September was the last in-person training. It's changed my life in so many ways because the first module is all about you. What's holding you back? What they know in the program is everyone is human and everyone has blocks that are stopping them from their fullest potential. So they're basically coaching you to become a better coach. And during that time, you're being taught tools. So in this program, once you come home from the first mod and the second mod, you are assigned a peer that you will coach every week, and then also a peer that will coach you. So it's awesome. So you're learning stuff about yourself while also learning stuff about others. And it's in a very professional setting. It's over the phone or video call. And then you also had a group peer session, so like 5 peers. We would meet once a week and talk about what we were learning. And then we also have an hour and a half web class to learn new tools along the way. So that's cool. So it's anywhere from 5 to 10 hours of work a week, and yeah, it's just so incredible how much it's changed my life to be around people who are like-minded, who are passion-driven towards being fulfilled in their life in regards to their career. I'm sitting in a room with doctors and lawyers wanting to quit their jobs because it's not fulfilling for them. But everyone's saying, why would you quit a job that has great benefits or great pay? And they're sitting there and they're like, because I'm not happy. And I was sitting here and I was like, fuck yeah, this is the room I want to be in. This is the room that I feel most comfortable in. And I could keep going. But yeah, I'll talk about that further. If you have any questions, let me know. Maybe I can narrow it down a little bit more. And I also wanted to talk about my depression. This program has helped me so much with my depression. My mindset, my confidence has gone through the roof. I'll just give you a few examples. So I'm showing up at the gym, I'm showing up at work without making excuses. My anxiety is the lowest it's ever been. No matter what my body looks like, I know that I'm man enough and I feel strong in my body. I feel like I'm taking care of myself more than I have before. And just because I'm depressed doesn't mean that I can't push through it. And I think that's the biggest thing. This is only temporary. There's a difference between knowing it and believing it. I knew that before this program, but actually feeling it and believing that I can get through this depression is what actually set in. To be connected with people who are like-minded and know that I'm not alone in this was one of the biggest healing pieces of my mental health journey. I still struggle. Like on Sunday, I had a mental breakdown about, I guess, all the loss in my life and how hard it has been. And that is perfectly normal, but it was like a release. It was like, it doesn't happen often for me. I've cried more within the last year than I have within 5 years of so much loss. This last year has been the year of crying. It's not a bad thing. I'm letting things out. I'm letting things go. And it's great. It's freeing. And I'm looking into going off some of my antidepressants. If you want to know more details about that, let me know, again, down below. But now I want to talk about the biggest part of this video. What does loss mean to me? So the reason I bring this up is because today marks 4 years since my father has passed away. 4 freaking years. That's wild to me because trauma to me feels yet so long ago, but like yesterday. I could go back to that memory in the blink of an eye. I could picture being in the room when my father passed. I could picture the time on the clock when he passed. I can picture when the doctor came in and said he's not going to make it throughout the night. I could picture that moment when I was flipping the tissues and the doctor came in and he's like, he's not going to make it. Like, those little things stick out because it was traumatic for me. It's 4 years since he passed. 4 years. And I used to think, why does it matter? It's 365 days. You keep adding that. 365 days. Where does this number even come from? Why does it matter that this one day of the year matters? And today I feel great. I feel good. I went to therapy. I did self-care day. I put myself first. But last week, when I was talking about that mental breakdown, it all came flooding back. There were certain songs that came on that would make me feel like I lost a piece of me. And I did. When my father passed, I lost a piece of who I was. And there was a benefit to that, and there was also a very hard realization behind that. I miss my father beyond words. My father made me the man that I am today. I laugh all the time. I make fun of things that you probably shouldn't have. And, I feel like I have a genuine, kind heart. I wear my heart on my sleeve. Just all the positive things in my father I see in myself. And unfortunately, he wasn't here to see that. And for you guys sitting there, you're probably thinking that is so heartbreaking that he lost his father before the age of 20. My father passed away a week before my 16th birthday. So sad, right? It's so sad. I'm not sitting here and saying it's not sad, but I want to share with you that the loss in my life, that my father passing away gave me the biggest gift he could have ever given me. And that is the life lesson of gratitude. I was a kid who grew up with everything I've ever wanted, ever. Materialism wise, I had no appreciation for anything. Didn't have a concept of what it was. My father passes away. My mother has an affair, and then we lose our house. Literally everything is taken out from underneath me. I've talked about this in past videos. But that hardship is what is giving me the drive to be in the career I am now. Here, like, let me read something that I posted about on Facebook that I feel like will give a very accurate description of what loss means to me. So before you feel sorry, read the entire post. This season is also bittersweet for me. Next week marks 4 years since my father's passing. The bitter part? Well, for those wondering, it hasn't gotten easier. The absence I felt when he left is the absence I live with today. The only difference is that I've learned to cope and live my life without him being by my side physically. I've learned to still feel connected with him despite his physical presence being no longer. I listen to his music, look at old pictures, remind myself of the memories I have with him, and of course picture the echo of his belly laugh. My father's death was the connection to all the loss I've had in my life. Loss. I lost my father. I lost my mother emotionally when I needed her most. I lost my childhood of growing up as a little boy. I lost my home. I lost my first best friend that blindsided me. I lost my first love that showed me my worth, comforted me in my pain, and made me laugh when I was at my darkest. To say I'm in a constant state of grief right now is true. But what is the sweet? So you may ask, when will you get over it? My answer is, I hope never. Nothing has helped shape my life around living and what matters most to me than the reality of how short it all is. Despite the gain of grieving a loss, it's given me an unmeasurable amount of gain. It's given me a grateful perspective. It's given me a stronger heart to love. It's given me a direction for my career, to hold the space for others to feel their pain and guide them in a time of need. And for that alone, there's no reason to be sorry for the life obstacles I've been given. It's created the man that I'm meant to be. I'm meant to be. So that's what loss means to me. Loss equals a gain. And I recognize that there's pain in those moments, though that doesn't go away. I'm not saying I don't have those bad days. It's so hard for me to articulate it, but I hope you guys try to get where I'm coming from. So yeah, today I sit in a state, I take things easy. I reflect on what my father did in his life, what I could do in my life, the memories I had with him, and I go from there. So I don't want to end this on a bad note. I don't want you to feel like, oh, I feel so sorry for him. Look at where I am now. Look at the life that I feel like I'm about to create. Like I have this fire that is like building. Like it sounds so cheesy, but I am an emotionally driven person, and I'm so excited to see where this future is about to take off. And if you are excited too, hit that subscribe button. Let me know down below and leave a like on this video. Thank you guys for watching. See you soon.